What's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing all right. Today is March 29th, 2020. In this video, I'm going to talk about the death of Orlando McDaniel. This man was an alumnus of Louisiana State University, where he played for the football team. He was drafted by the Denver Broncos in the 1982 NFL Draft, played in a few games, but never actually caught a pass. In this video, I'm going to talk about the numerology of this man's death. For the last couple of weeks on this channel, I've been exposing how this coronavirus, also called COVID-19, has been affecting celebrities, actors, athletes at a much, much higher rate than the general public. And there's a good reason for this. The media is currently in its biggest blitz of all time on the minds of the masses of the public. Here in 2020, we are undergoing the largest, most wide-scale psychological operation of all time. At this rate, it's beginning to make 9/11 look like child's play. The global government stepping in, destroying the economy, making the majority of the world dependent on essentially the money that it's printing out. And this disease, of course, it's not what they tell us it is. If it is a real disease, then it was certainly one released intentionally with the intent of bringing the world to its knees so that we can accept this new world government, this new way of living that's being pushed upon us. And in order to complete this, they have to have a wide array of media stories to push the illusion. So let's begin with the date of this article. We're told that Orlando McDaniel passed away on March 28th. Here in the United States, that date is written 3/28. Using the standard alphabetic order, where each letter is assigned a number 1 through 26 relative to its position in the alphabet, Louisiana State University has a numeric value of 328, just like the date on which he died. Using the reverse alphabetic order, the cipher where Z is assigned 1, Y is 2, all the way through A is 26, Louisiana State sums to 212. This is the same as COVID-19, the disease that's said to have claimed this man's life. Note the 67 value in reduction as well. This is significant because 67 is the 19th prime number, the number that's in the name of the disease, the year in which it is said to have been discovered. The other most significant cipher I teach is called Jewish Gematria, this cipher based in the ancient Latin alphabetic order with more modern English characters placed at the very end. Now this year in 2020, the United States turns 244 years old. Notice how the number 19 sums to 244 in Jewish Gematria. Using the alphabetic order, this is the same value as Louisiana State Tigers. This language of letters and numbers comes primarily from the Hebrew language, also Greek. But Hebrew, no doubt, maintains a lot of significance in this code. Notice how the Hebrew word for kill sums to both 19 in reduction and 244 in standard Hebrew Gematria. Now in Jewish Gematria, the word kill equals 59. Orlando McDaniel is said to have passed away at the age of 59. Now what about this 44 in the alphabetic order for the ordinal value of kill? Notice how Louisiana State University Tigers sums to 404 in the reverse alphabetic order. Well, the 44th prime number is 193. McDaniel's full name is Orlando Keith McDaniel, which does sum to 193 in that same alphabetic order. Next, we're going to tie in the death of Billy Cannon. This man was a really famous running back for Louisiana State. He won the Heisman Trophy for the 1959 college football season. Notice how the name Billy Cannon equals 59, this being the Jewish gematria of the word kill, as we discovered up above, the age at which McDaniel was. Well, not only does Billy Cannon equal 59, like the year that he won the Heisman Trophy, his name, William Cannon, also sums to 59 in reduction. Now, this is really interesting. 59, 76. By the way, Billy Cannon passed away in 2018, about a year and a half before the Louisiana State Tigers won the college football national championship back in January. In the reverse method, William Cannon sums to 76. These are the same two numbers found in the gematria of Tiger, 59 and 76. Tiger, the mascot of Louisiana State University. Well, if you measure from the date the Louisiana State Tigers won this year's national championship to the date that Orlando McDaniel died, we get a span of 76 days. Using the S exception in reduction, notice how blood sacrifice equals 76. So does human sacrifice, 76. In reverse, both human and blood sacrifice sum to 86. Notice how Billy Cannon died on May 20th of 2018. This was 86 weeks before the same national title game in which LSU won the title. Notice how Billy Cannon equals 121. This is the same as blood sacrifice. In English extended gematria, this cipher is similar to Jewish, however it uses the current 26-letter alphabet. Notice how Billy Cannon equals 985. That's the Jewish gematria of Jesus. And remember, this code of letters and numbers built around the Bible's story about the crucifixion of Jesus. In Jewish gematria, Billy Cannon equals 625. That's the English value of human sacrifice. So no wonder why he died 86 weeks before the Tigers won the title. Now, there's some more connections between these two men. Notice how Billy Cannon was born on August 2nd, the date written 8/2. Well, he was born in the year 1937, which means he would currently be 82 years old. With the S exception, the phrase ritual sacrifice sums to 82. Orlando McDaniel was drafted in the year 82, and he wore number 82. But remember, he never actually caught a pass. Notice how Denver Broncos equals 154 in ordinal. This is the same value as ritual sacrifice, which we just looked at. Billy Cannon's death on May 20th fell on the 140th day of the year. In numerology, this represents the number 14. The word dead equals 14. In the alphabetic order, William Cannon sums to 140. In the same method, Orlando McDaniel equals 140. Now, if you instead measure from the death of Billy Cannon to the death of Orlando McDaniel, we find it's a span of exactly 97 weeks. The word death equals 97. 97 is the 25th prime number, and not only does death equal 25 in reduction, but the name Cannon summing to 25 in reduction as well. You have to appreciate the 61 and 101. Cannon was a hero in the state of Louisiana, 61 and 101. But notice Jewish gematria. See how the word death equals 118? This is the same as the word homicide. Orlando McDaniel was born on December 1st, meaning his death fell exactly 118 days after his birthday. And for a little icing on that cake, it says he passed away in Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas equals 118. Also 71, which was the primary date numerology of the date he passed away. However, we need to talk about perhaps the most important part of this story, the fact that it said he died from COVID-19, the virus which is literally scaring the shit out of the entire world, which might explain why we virtually have no toilet paper on the shelves in any of our stores, which is changing now, of course, but I think you get the point. Well, there's a deep, deep riddle here with COVID-19. We've been looking at the gematria of William Cannon throughout the course of this video. We saw how his name equals 59 and 76 like tiger. He died on the 140th day of the year. Also notice the 211 in reverse. This is the gematria of ritual human sacrifice. But in Jewish gematria, William Cannon sums to 1163. This really stands out because coronavirus equals 1163. Orlando McDaniel was born on December 1st of 1960. December 1st was the date that the first coronavirus case was first discovered in Wuhan, China. And check out the gematria of Wuhan, China. 12-1, like the date December 1st. If you look up Wikipedia, they have since changed the date. There's now a new patient 0 who is said to have been diagnosed with COVID back on November 17th. However, that news story came out literally just a couple days after I began exposing the numerology and significance of December 1st. Anyway, I want to look again at this man's full name gematria, Orlando Keith McDaniel. We looked at the 193 earlier on in the video, but what about these other numbers? Check out the reduction values of 94 and 113. These are the same numbers found in the gematria of coronavirus pandemic, 94 and 113. Of course, 2020 will be remembered as the year of the coronavirus pandemic. Here in America, we're being managed through it by Donald John Trump, along with the head of FEMA, Peter Thomas Gaynor, his name also 220. This is all because master builder number equals 220. And 2020 is the year in which our global government is rebuilding our culture. Anyway, back to this 113. Coronavirus pandemic, Orlando Keith McDaniel, 113. Remember, coronavirus was declared a pandemic on the date March 11th, which is written internationally as 11/3. McDaniel is said to have died in Dallas, which sums to 113 in the reverse method. In January, on the date 113, the LSU Tigers defeated the Clemson Tigers to win the national championship. And of course, there were 67 total points in this game, pointing at the sacrifice of these two football players, blood sacrifice, human sacrifice, both 67. LSU Tigers equals 113, just like the date on which they won the national championship this year. Of course, January 13th is the 13th day of the year. Notice how in ordinal, LSU Tigers sums to 130. With capital letters, Francis Bacon Gematria, LSU, also summing to 130. 130 is also the ordinal value of human sacrifice. But 130 technically represents the number 13. Notice how 13 has a Jewish gematria value of 347. In the reverse alphabetic order, Orlando Keith McDaniel equals 347. This, by the way, also the gematria of sacrifice, or one of the words for sacrifice in Hebrew, 347. In English, sacrifice equals 46. Louisiana State University Tigers, 406. One last thing I forgot to mention regarding the death of Billy Cannon. As I pointed out, he died on the date May 20th. The date written 5/2 or 5/20. Check out how LSU equals 52 in the alphabetic order. Well, the 52nd prime number is 239. And if you measure from Billy Cannon's death to the date that the LSU Tigers won the national championship this year, you find that game was a span of 239 days after the anniversary of Billy Cannon's death. And remember, during that game, they actually gave us a numerology lesson. Chris Fowler went into a little tangent about the number 20, all while showing the number 20 in the background. It was pretty clever stuff. But I just wanted to run you through this death, how the kill, sacrifice, and death codes are all heavily at play in this news story. And, I mean, it's not hard to see the intended effect, you know? Just look at the comments here. Damn coronavirus. Here's another person who certainly is probably living in a fair amount of fear from this virus because now it's just killing random people he's heard of, people he grew up watching. And nobody really knows what's going on here, it seems, or way, way too few people. It's just bizarre that the same mainstream media who told us that a hijacker's passport was found in the wreckage of the Twin Towers on 9/11, a paper passport. That same mainstream media that told us that is giving us all the news about coronavirus, yet for some reason, most of the people who don't believe the official story of 9/11 are just eating this one alive. They're just eating it up. They love it. Seems like people couldn't be... It's like they couldn't be rushed to fear this disease anymore. It's like they've been waiting to fear a disease this whole time, and now here it is. It's really strange what's going on in this world right now. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks to everybody for tuning in and contributing to the live chat. I'm going to be doing another video in a little bit, a little more of a history by the numbers. So stick around for a little while and see if you can catch that. All right, guys. Peace, love, God bless, and stay strong out there, all right? See ya.